Hello students, last class we have done some theorems on functions acting on a set. In this class also we will be continuing that process, that means some theorems on functions acting on the set, and then we will move on to compositions of functions. Okay, first we will move to the first theorem. What does the theorem state? Suppose that if f maps from A to B and let C, C1 and C2 be subsets of A and let D be a subset of B, then the following holds. Okay, let us see what is the statement. We have two sets A and B. We have two sets A and B. We have two sets A and B and C, C1 and C2 be subset of A and let B a subset of B and F maps from A to B. And the first condition we have to prove is, that F inverse F of C is equal to C if F is injective. In the last class we have seen that C is a subset of F inverse of F of C, and this F inverse of F of C is not equal to C, and we have seen some examples also to substantiate this one. F inverse F of C is not equal to C. But here we are going to prove that F inverse of F of C is equal to C, but an additional condition is given. What is the additional condition? F is injective. F is injective, we have F inverse of F of C is equal to C. It's a rather direct case. We have already proved that C is a subset of F inverse of F of C. Now we have to prove that F inverse of F of C is a subset of C. If these two inequalities are proved, then we will get inequality. For this one, we have to take an element from here. This is of the form F inverse of B. F inverse of B will be in where A. That means let X belongs to where F inverse of F of C. That is, F of X belongs to F of C. Given that F is injective, since F is injective, for an element in C, there is only one pre-image, one and only one pre-image in A. Therefore, we can say that X belongs to C. Next one we are going to prove that if F is surjective. What is F is surjective means? If F maps from A to B is surjective, range of F, it's noted as F of A, will be equal to B, the codomain. Range of F will be equal to F of A. F of A will be equal to B. That means every element in B will have a pre-image. Okay, that is surjectiveness. Now we have to prove that F of F inverse D is equal to D. We have already proved one inequality. We have to prove what? We have to prove F of F inverse of D is equal to D. We have already proved that in the last class F inverse of F of D is a subset of D. Now we have to prove the reverse inequality. Reverse is what? We have to prove that D is a subset of F of F inverse of D. For that we have to take an element from here. D is a subset of B, therefore it will be of the form Y. Let Y belongs to D. Given that F is surjective. Yes, since F is surjective, the range of F will be equal to D. Right? That means every element of D has a preimage. That is, there exists X belongs to F inverse D. This is the preimage, right? F inverse D such that Y is equal to F of X. Right? That is, F of X belongs to F of X belongs to F of F inverse of D. F of X belongs to F of F inverse of D. What is F of X? F of X is Y. Y belongs to F of F inverse of D. See, നമ്മൾ എവിടുന്നാ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തത്? Y belongs to D implies നമുക്ക് എന്ത് കിട്ടി? Y belongs to F inverse of F of D. Therefore, we have proved this inequality. From these two inequalities, we have F of F inverse of D is equal to D. We will move on to the next statement. Next statement is if F is injective. You know what is injective? Yes, everyone has a preimage. We have to prove that F of C1 intersection C2 is equal to F of C1 intersection F of C2. Injective over definition പറഞ്ഞാൽ F of x1 is equal to F of x2. If F is injective, x1 should be equal to what? x2. Okay. Now this is injective property. What you have to prove? We have to prove F of C1 intersection C2 is equal to F of C1 intersection F of C2. The last class we have proved, what is it? F of C1 intersection C2 is a subset of F of C1 intersection F of C2. We have to prove the reverse inequality. That means F of C1 intersection F of C2 is a subset of F of C1 intersection C2. Right? That means we have to take an element from here. This is of the form F of X format. Therefore, Y belongs to F of C1 intersection F of C2. Y belongs to F of C1 intersection F of C2. Right? That means Y belongs to F of C1 and Y belongs to F of C2. Intersection means and. What does this mean? There exists x1 belongs to C1 such that F of x1 is equal to Y. And what does this mean? There exists x2 belongs to C2 such that F of x2 is equal to Y. Right? From this 2 we will get F of x1 is equal to F of x2. Since F is injective, we have x1 is equal to x2. Right? x1 is equal to x2. That means x1 belongs to both C1 and C2. Right? x1 is equal to x2. Therefore, x1 belongs to C1. If x2 belongs to C2, x1 belongs to C2. That means x1 belongs to C1 intersection C2. Right? Therefore, Y is equal to F of x1 belongs to F of C1 intersection C2. Right? Then we prove what has started. Y is equal to F of C1 intersection F of C2, and we have found that Y belongs to F of C1 intersection C2. Therefore, what we have proved, f of C1 intersection f of C2 is a subset of f of C1 intersection C2. Therefore, reverse inequality is proved, and we have proved that f of C1 intersection C2 is equal to f of C1 intersection f of C2. Now, we will move on to composition of a function. Composition of functions. For compositions of functions, there are two functions. Let us see. There are, let A and B, A, B and C be three sets. A, B and C be three sets. And F maps from A to B and G maps from B to C. Right? A maps from A to B means that for any A belongs to A, there is an element f of A that belongs to B. Right? A maps to f of A. Since B is the domain of G, G can be applied to this element. Right? That means G can be applied to this element, then we get G of f of A, which belongs to C. This correspondence is called the composition of F and G. That means when we start, when A belongs to A, G of f of A belongs to C. That is from A to C. See, G composition F, this is the notation, G composition, this is from A, will be given as G of f of A, for all A belongs to A. Then how can we define G composition F? G composition F is an ordered pair G G of f of A. Right? See, G of f of A is an element of C. So how can we write G composition of F? G composition of F is a set of all ordered pair AC. Belongs to where A cross C, such that there exists, here A and one element should be exist, there exists, B belongs to B, such that AB belongs to F and BC belongs to G, BC belongs to G. This is the definition of G composition F. G composition F is equal to set of all collections of the form A of C belongs to A cross C. But there exists B belongs to B such that AB belongs to F and BC belongs to G. This is the definition of G composition F. And one main thing we should remember, that order of composition is very, very important. When we take G composition F, നമ്മൾ ലെഫ്റ്റിൽ നിന്ന് റൈറ്റിൽ നിന്ന് ലെഫ്റ്റിലോട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ G composition F എടുക്കുന്നത്. വെച്ചാൽ ആദ്യം നമ്മൾ Fൽ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യും, then G അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യും. And G composition of F is not equal to F composition of G. അതിനൊരു എക്സാമ്പിൾ, we are considering an example for that. Let f of x is equal to x square and g of x is equal to x plus 1. Let us see what is G composition of F. G composition of x will be equal to g of f of x. What is f of x here? It is x square. Right? What is g of x square? How can you find g of x square? G of x ile x ന്റെ സ്ഥാനത്ത് എന്ത് കൊടുത്താൽ മതി? x square കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. അപ്പോൾ എന്ത് വരും? x square plus 1. Now we have got g composition of f of x. ഇനി എന്താണ് f composition of g of x എന്താണ്? We have to from g f of g of x. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു ഈ ഒരു ഓർഡർ ആണ്. റൈറ്റ് ആണ്. അപ്പം g f of g of x. What is g of x? g of x is x plus 1. You have to find f of x plus 1. How can you find f of x plus 1? f of x ന്റെ സ്ഥാനത്ത് x ന്റെ സ്ഥാനത്ത് എന്ത് കൊടുത്താൽ മതി? x plus 1 കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. x ന്റെ സ്ഥാനത്ത് x plus 1 കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ എന്ത് കിട്ടും? x plus 1 the whole square. Is this equal to x square plus 1? No. X plus 1 the whole square is entirely different from x square plus 1. That means g composition f is not equal to f composition f. G composition f is not equal to f composition g. That means composition functions are not commutative. Composition functions are not commutative. Okay, next question is whether the composition function is associative or not. Associativity means what? Have to see it is associative or not. That means there should be three functions, right? Let f maps from a to b, g maps from b to c, and h maps from c to d. We have to prove that h composition, g composition of x is equal to h composition g of f of x. We have to whether this is equal or not. Before proving that, we will prove one theorem. This one. Suppose that given two functions f and g, prove that f is equal to g if and only if domain of f is equal to domain of g, and for all x belongs to domain of f, f of x is equal to g of x. This is if and only if condition. We have to prove that if domain of f is equal to domain of g, domain of f is equal to domain of g, and f of x is equal to g of x, we have to prove that f is equal to g. What is given? Domain of f is equal to domain of g, and f of x is equal to g of x. We have to prove that f is equal to g. Two functions are same. Here the function values are same. Domain are equal and the function values are the same. We have to show that function are same. Okay, how can you show that f is equal to g? Similar to previous one, a subset of g and g subset of f, we can say that f is equal to g. First we will prove that f is a subset of g. And similar case, for that we have to take an element from here. Let x comma y belongs to f, ordered where xy belongs to f. What does that mean? Y is equal to f of x, right? The definition of function. But function value f of x is equal to what? G of x. That means you have got y is equal to g of x. What does that mean? X comma y ordered where xy belongs to g. That means f is a subset of g. Similarly, we can prove that g is a subset of f. Therefore, f will be equal to g. Right? If domain of f is equal to domain of g and the function values are the same, then function will be equal. Then converse is trivial. If two functions are equal, of course, function value will be equal and the domain will be equal. Therefore, the converse part is trivial. ഇതല്ല നമ്മളിവിടെ പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നത്. വാട്ട് യു ഹാവ് പ്രൂവ്, നമ്മളിവിടെ പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്തത് അസോസിയേറ്റിവിറ്റിയാണ് പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നത്. ആരുടെ ഫംഗ്ഷൻസിന്റെ കോമ്പോസിഷൻ ഓഫ് ഫംഗ്ഷൻസ് അസോസിയേറ്റീവ് ആണോ ഇല്ലയോ എന്നാണ് നമ്മുടെ നോട്ടം. ലെറ്റ് us see. Okay, we will prove the LHS. What is LHS? H composition G composition of f of x. നമുക്കറിയാം എവിടെ നോട്ടാണ് പോകുന്നത്, ലെഫ്റ്റ് ഇവിടോട്ടാണ് പോകുന്നത്, റൈറ്റ് നിന്ന് ലെഫ്റ്റിലോട്ട്. അപ്പം വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദിസ്? ദിസ് ഈസ് H composition of, what is G composition of f of x? We already know that this is G of f of x, right? That means again composition, what will we get? H of G of f of x, right? Then this one, H composition G of f of x. What is this? ഇങ്ങോട്ടാണ് പോകുന്നത്. H of G of f of x, which is equal to H of G of f of x. See, both the function values are same. Since both the function values are same and domain, all the domain function is same, domain of this one and domain of this one is same, and the function values are the same, then by the previous theorem, the function should be equal. That means H composition, F composition of G should be equal to H composition F composition G. That means composition function are associative, but composition functions are not associative. Next we will move on to a theorem. What is a theorem concerning this composition? Given two functions, f maps from a to b, g maps from b to c. Then if f and g are surjective, then g composition f is surjective. You all know what is a surjective. If f maps from a to b, given f maps from a to b is surjective, right? A function is surjective means then the range of f, range of f is what given by f of a, should be equal to the codomain b. Similarly, what is given? G maps from a to b. So G maps from where to where? G maps from b to c. G maps from b to c is surjective. That means the range is, what is range? G of b should be equal to the codomain. What does this mean? For any b belongs to b, there exists a belongs to a. ഇവിടെ ഏതൊരു എലമെന്റ് എടുത്താലും ഇവിടെ ഒരു എലമെന്റ് ഉണ്ടെന്നല്ല അതിന്റെ മീനിങ്. A belongs to A such that B is equal to f of A. This one. F of A is equal to B means for every B belongs to B, therefore B belongs to A, there exists a belongs to capital A such that B is equal to f of A. And what does this mean? This surjective means for any C belongs to, ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് എല്ലാത്തിനും ഒരു പ്രീമിയം, therefore C belongs to B, C belongs to C, there exists B belongs to B such that C is equal to f of B, surjectiveness of G. These are the two conditions given. What you have to prove? G composition F is surjective. G composition F is surjective means G composition from where to where? G composition F will be from A to C, right? G composition F means what? From left to right ആണ്, sorry, right to left ആണ്. അപ്പം F maps from A to B, B maps from C, right? F G. This is G composition F. ആദ്യം f of x എടുക്കും, പിന്നെയാണ് പോകുന്നത്. Okay. then we are going to show that G composition F is surjective. G composition surjective means what? G composition, range of G composition of A should be equal to C. This is we have to prove. Then we are taking a arbitrary element. G composition F of A will be equal to, we know that, G of F of A. But what is G of F of, what is F of A? That is B. G of B. But what is G of B? Sorry, here it is G of B. What is G of B? G of B is C. Right? Now we have got that for an element C in C, we got an element A in A such that G composition of F of A is equal to C. Therefore, what is it? G composition of F of A is equal to capital C. Therefore, G composition F is surjective. Next one, G composition F is, next one what you have to prove? If F and G are injective, then G composition F is injective. What is given G composition? We have to prove that G composition F is injective. What do you mean G composition mean F is injective means G composition of F of X is equal to G composition of F of Y. Will implies X is equal to Y. ഈ കണ്ടീഷൻ എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് കാണിക്കേണ്ടതാണ് X is equal to Y ആണെന്നാണ് കാണിക്കേണ്ടത്. What is given? G and F are injective. That means F of X is equal to F of Y implies X is equal to Y. Right? Similarly, G of X is equal to G of Y implies X is equal to Y. That is injectiveness of F and G. Now, we are then coming to the question. G composition of F of X. G composition of F of X is equal to, what is it? G composition of F of Y given. That is composition applicable G of F of X is equal to G of F of Y. Right? Here G is what? Injective. That means G of X, here instead of X it is, there is G of X is equal to G of Y. G of X is equal to G of Y. Since G is injective, X should be equal to Y. What is X here? F of X, and what is here? F of Y. കാണിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി എഴുതിയേ ഉള്ളൂ. Upon that means since G is injective, F of X should be equal to F of Y. But what? F is injective. Therefore, X is equal to Y. എവിടെ നിന്ന് നമ്മൾ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തു? G composition F of X is equal to G composition F of Y ആയപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് കിട്ടി? X is equal to Y എന്ന് കിട്ടി. Therefore, G composition F is injective. What is next one we have to prove? If F and G are bijective, then G composition F is bijective. What is bijective? Surjective and injective. We already proved that G composition F is surjective and G composition F is injective. Therefore, G composition F is bijective. Hope you all understand these functions and composition function. See you on next class. Thank you.